Guess what?
What?
Trick!
Hi Pop Kids, DJCK1 here. In the spirit of our last episode, which covered Madonna's music, today the Notorious J.A.M. is back for a bonus Madonna movie cast. Actually, there's so much to examine, I'm splitting the convo into two parts. Today's part 1 will cover two timeless classics with Madonna in a leading role. And part 2 will feature a yet-to-be-revealed third film review. So, in about 20 minutes, we'll cover 1987's Who's That Girl? But now it's time for her first film, an artsy independent flick that was shot in 1979, but not released until 1985, A Certain Sacrifice.
I have my standards, and certain sacrifices just have to be made. And we're back
With the Notorious J.A.M. for more cinematic analysis of the fine art movies and film.
Madonna, the most okay actor in the pop superstar world.
I think her voice is fairly average and her looks are fairly average.
True. Her strength is her polishability. I don't want to get too much into it, but
No, get into
music.
it.
The music was the most memorable part of Certain Sacrifice. The movie itself was inscrutable and dismissible, but the music, I found it very interesting. This was 1979 when it was made. Consider this was like before she went down the path of pop stardom.
I don't think she's in any of the other songs in A Certain Sacrifice.
Okay.
But also A Certain Sacrifice, even though it was filmed in 79, it wasn't released to 85. So
That's what I hear.
So I think the songs, they definitely sound more low-grade amateur synth pop.
Oh yeah, some of them are absolutely hacks.
Blame that bird's insane. I've had it with the lovers who never were my friend. I need someone who really truly loves me.
Right. But I think of all three movies, though, I like the music in this one the best. Even as cheesy as it was, I just like that kind of the underground synth stuff.
Yeah. There was much criticism for how like cheap the music was, but there was something charming about it. Not that I'm a huge fan, but it was reminding me of like Andy Warhol films or something, like her early Kate Bush video. 2.3 on IMDb. That's brutal. I suppose.
Yeah, because everything
speaking,
gets at least a 5 on it. On IMDb. It is a horrible movie, and I think my first reaction was, I think this is the worst film I've ever seen. It has some of the worst dialogue.
I suppose you're the mother and you want me to be your child.
No, stupid. I don't want you to be my child. And I don't want to be a mother.
Do you want?
They're worth it to be a relationship. I want it to be like a dog.
I don't even know if you call it even a song. What's his name? Dashel?
Yeah.
or David?
David.
Dash-
Yeah.
He's doing Demon Lover.
Oh, yeah.
It was just so excruciating horrible, you know? That's kind of like the music I used to do before without playing instruments. I go da 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 da.
You won't refuse, you won't forget. She'll make you wait, she'll make you fret. She'll make you cream, she'll make you sweat. She's my screaming lover.
Some of the worst cinematography and some of the worst sound.
Well, I watched a little review of it beforehand, and it's duly compared to like a student film. It's very amateur.
I'm certain there are a lot of horrible student films out there.
Oh,
so
no shortage.
Does that make it any less? We really like bad films. What makes a bad film interesting? But does the fact that it's a student film make it less novel?
I really think it has everything to do with the heights that Madonna achieved afterwards. If it was any other person in the world that didn't achieve any degree of success, it would be lost.
Of course,
since it's Madonna, it is kind of like captivating to see her, like I described, humble beginnings, because there's this like sort of tender authenticity to the project.
I'm not much of a Madonna fan. I mean,
I'm not either, really.
I mean, she's cemented number 21 of 80 of the 80s because Crazy for You is a great song. That's why we're here in the first place. But
yeah,
she does have a lot of songs I do like. But like as her as a person, I'm not, I don't really care. I wonder why she took off as a celebrity. Was it because she's subversive? Because she's provocative? Because the music press was fascinated with her?
It's a good question. Like I said, I think she was just very marketable. And incidentally, not to sound reductive, but it's almost like the world was ready for another Marilyn Monroe. Speaking of Warhol, once again, he has a famous quote that Marilyn Monroe isn't really beautiful. She's just very photographable. And I think the same might apply to Madonna. That X factor, so to speak. Because, yeah, certainly there are, in any point in time, much more beautiful and talented people in the world than what we are presented with. I think it's largely a matter of marketing. Like, I don't know what kind of connections Madonna had, but whatever she did it well. And perhaps it's like business savvy. I'm not sure. I mean, no offense or anything, but normally I will watch the movies that we discuss like 6 times over, but each of these I only watched once. So I remember Garbage Pail Kids. I had a sort of spiritual awakening to that movie.
I was a bit more intrigued and entertained by A Certain Sacrifice. I think that scene with Raymond Hall where he goes in and talks to Dashiell or whatever,
the cowboy guy, yeah.
It's such an odd conversation.
Oh, it is.
Right now, I want to be by myself, and I don't feel like talking. Okay?
Well, just trying to make friendly conversation. That's all.
Dash, we'll just call him, or David. The whole time he's like, "Yeah, leave me alone."
Look, I want to be by myself, man.
I'll be your pigeon.
Could you just go down here and just talk to someone else? Because right now I can't listen to you. I'm sorry, I can't listen to you right now.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be here that long, but I just thought, a little conversation. It's a nice thing, you know what I mean?
I just want to talk. Yeah. He's consistently chewing. He must have just giant piece of steak that he's just constantly shoving into his mouth, and you can hear the scraping because the audio so bad.
Look, I want to be by myself, okay?
Bro, it's very important I tell you this. It's very important.
And Raymond is just next to him and just saying it's just
yammering.
It's just yammering.
You stupid kids, you come out with these half-ass statements. You make these statements to guys like myself, and you don't know what you're dealing with.
Some philosophical, who knows what.
You start talking about morality, philosophy, and you don't know what the fuck's going on.
Who's the character from The Taxi Driver?
Oh, Travis Bickle,
Robert
the main guy.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, we should wash these streets clean. He doesn't say that. He's just like, well, I'm going to take a gun.
I get that. Yeah.
And then,
you got to really stop it. We got to get together. And these guys got to get together. We got to blow them away. Just give me a weapon. I'll wipe it out. 3 or 4 days, they'll be all gone.
What are you trying to tell me anyway? Why are you talking to me?
And then it turns out it's like...
Could you tell me where I could find where I can get later on?
And then I think, like, okay, this is a gay thing, right?
Yeah.
This is how it is. Because, like, unless if he's looking to pick up this guy, like, why else would he keep talking to him,
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know. I just had a feeling.
I don't know where people like you get laid.
Well... That's who.
All I know what you do behind your door.
Absolutely.
But it's just like, hey, I need $30.
I got $30 on me. I figured I'd get laid for that. Huh? And I figured looking at you, you might know where I can find a girl.
No, I can get a chick. I can like.
I don't need you. I'll find where I can get laid by myself. As far as I'm concerned, you can take it and you can sit on it.
Really bizarre.
Yeah. It's funny because I incidentally had an experience like that not 20 minutes ago here.
Okay.
Seriously, I'm sitting here in the back of Tommy's.
Is this a gay bar that you're at right now?
No, but it's, it's gay friendly enough. But I'm sitting back here preparing for this podcast, and this guy sits next to me. First of all, he's like hanging around the bathroom. He's like, married? No. See anyone? No. And then he like launches into his recent experiences with Facebook dating, and he's showing me his matches. And at one point, he sits next to me and like scooches right up to me and like puts his fucking hand on my leg. And it was just very weird. I'm like, what is this? I know it's a tangent, but what you described of the diner scene sort of resonated with.
It's a sign. What are the odds?
I suppose. But yeah, I found that scene so funny. It was like 20 minutes of the guy saying he didn't want to talk. I actually watched it with my friend who's from New York, and she's like, that would never happen. If you wanted to get out of that situation, you would tell him like straight up.
Well, that's what he said. He said the problem is in New York, no, you can't talk to anybody, not even in a coffee shop.
Yeah. So, it's a northern thing. I don't know.
Did the narrator really help the movie any?
The Cheech Maravich narration, or Wolfman Jack, as I've heard another critic describe it.
So now, Dashiell was cool. I mean, he even had an attitude like a cat who would eat a pigeon or a canary or something. Hey, maybe it was this that attracted Raymond Hall to Dashiell.
I don't know for sure, but I think that was something added to the post-production. Whenever the director was like, "Oh shit, Madonna's big. Let me polish this up a bit." I think that was added.
I don't know if it really helped much.
Oh, it certainly did. It did.
Yeah.
It made it more of an actual movie, but no, it had a sort of like Warriors cheesiness about it, but made less sense.
Warriors, like the
movie, it's like,
which was shot around the same time, right?
Yeah, I mean, Warriors is a good movie, but the narration to like homogenize all the random imagery.
David was not into the leaf-raking scene for the whole rest of his life, so he bettered himself and went to an institute of higher learning. In fact, he even went out with the president's daughter at this place. But he soon found out that she and her people were not so cool. Or maybe they were a little too cool.
It was pretty funny at first when he was in college and they were walking out of the Learning Center.
Yeah, the Learning Center. That was good.
And then scene where, like, I don't want to be normal.
Why can't you act normal? I don't want to be normal. All right? And I don't want normal people's problems. I don't understand you. Susan, what's wrong with being normal?
So he's like, I want to be weird. And so weird is he does this hardcore hitchhiking. He's walking out in the middle of the street, chasing down cars. He, like, first thing when he gets to New York City, he sees a girl dancing in the water fountain, and he has a gun, and he just goes up and starts pointing the gun at her. And then they're just like kissing, and it's just like, what?
Yeah, student film.
See, you dismiss it like that. That takes the mystery and romanticism out of it.
I'm not dismissing it. I'm only responding to your criticism, actually. Personally, I find random stuff refreshing. I mean, you could tell the gun was a water gun because it had the classic little plastic plug tab hanging off it.
In the film, was it supposed? So in the story, it was supposed to be a water gun, or was it supposed to be a gun in the story?
Oh, I don't know, but it was obviously a water gun because it had that. Do you remember water guns from back in the day? They had that external
little plastic
plug that was like on a tab, sort of like a zip tie, and you could see that the whole time. Or at least
so tempting to chew on those. You just wanted to chew on that.
I know. Yes.
And then it would leak.
It's funny you say that because I remember a bunch of chewed up water gun plugs. I think that was effective to the scene, actually, because if it had been a real gun, there would be more gravitas. But the fact that it was clearly a water gun made the scene kind of like innocent and charming.
But then the opening scene, when they introduce him, he's looking in the mirror with the gun to his head and like pulling the trigger as if he's suicidal or something.
Yeah.
He's a crazy guy.
That was more of a convincing.
And then
Maybe a little taxi driver element.
His Christian name was David, but on the street, his name was Dasheen.
her family.
Mm-hmm. Her quadruple that she had to say goodbye to tenderly.
And our relationship has to end. Still the masters and slaves. So you must leave me alone.
And then they attack her because it looked like they were raping her, right?
Yeah.
And that's one reason why I think she sued to try to keep the film from being released. Or
yeah, I heard that she
because,
never wanted it to see the light of day.
Yeah, and they said it's because she was topless, and it's just like, well, this is Madonna. I mean, come on, who cares?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, again, you've really got to actively separate that point in time from the Madonna we know even to this day. I don't think she knew the road she was about to go down. I mean, maybe that was her aspiration, but the performance and the choices that she made in it, again, they seem like homages to things going on at the time.
But going back to that scene when her family was attacking her, and then later she's raped by Raymond.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Pay for this. He will.
Yeah.
And I understand that something like that happens, you're going to react in a different way. Maybe the first attack seemed more welcome, and then because then her family helped her out to capture Raymond and to get revenge, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just...
That's very weird to think about, actually. I don't want to expound. The friend that I watched this movie with, she's like I said, from New York, big fan of like pre-Giuliani New York movies, because as I understand it, the place was just crummy and, you know.
You could tell. It was like all the garbage.
All the garbage everywhere. Yeah.
Yes. They took this romantic stroll.
That's just it. Like, there's something poetic about that. They're stopping to smell the roses when the roses are garbage.
A depressing blemish, a genius chubby skin, pulls a hot pussy boil that needs to be pinned.
Was it Satanism? I think it's described as satanic at the end. It's some kind of cult. Were there scenes like that? Did she say? I don't know how old your friend was, but
she really didn't comment on it.
Oh yeah, the chanting.
The whole movie, every part of it was random.
Anyway, no, I found it entertaining, especially the musical number at the end. It was that, and then the final romantic scene is so where they play that sappy song with the heart pillows, and he's just smearing blood. It is like this pasty blood on like the blood's jellified on her, and just
well, they had to make do.
So farewell. I'll be seeing you so long. Wait, bye-bye, so farewell.
Yeah, so was it a happy ending?
Would you call it a revenge flick? Snow I Spit on Your Grave.
Wait, bye-bye.
Say what you will, I have a definite taste for revenge flicks, especially the ones that involve like rape as the motivation. Because if I'm watching a story, you know, you've got to be convinced of the character's motivation. And revenge for rape is a very compelling motivation, I gotta say. Certain sacrifice as an artifact. It's like you've got to bear in mind that's 1979. This brunette, slightly chubby Madonna before she was pop star on par with Michael Jackson. It's very ethereal and undefined. It's definitely worth a watch.
Yep, and it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, Pop kids, check it out. Thank me later.
Adios, my friend, adieu. Wave, bye-bye. Wave, bye-bye.
Hey, I think it's time for a commercial break.
Eighty of the 80s will be right back after these messages.
Parents, warning signs that might indicate a child's drift towards Satanism include abrupt emotional changes, changes in school habits, rejection of parental values, unusual interest in books on Satanism, black magic, or witchcraft, obsession with rock music groups using satanic symbols or references, rejection of friends, preference for being alone, meditation, chanting, use of new vocabulary. The Geraldo Rivera special, Devil Worship, will continue.
Sir? Yeah? Please don't pick up Alexander Starr.
Why?
Why? Because Alexander Starr is a puzzle that'll drive you wacky, bomby, daffy, dotty, diffy, goofy, batty. Why? Because Alexander Starr will make you go bonkers, crackers, even mad as a hatter. Why? Because once you pick up Alexander Starr, you won't be able to put it down. Alexander Starr from Ideal. Now, doesn't that look easy? Please don't pick up Alexander Starr.
Why?
Do you want to skip ahead to another film that takes place in New York City?
If you like.
Who is that girl? Who are you? She's beautiful. She's impulsive. She's Madonna. And in 24 hours, she'll turn a mild-mannered corporate attorney into a wild-eyed fugitive from justice. All because she holds the key to a life he never expected. Madonna. Griffin Dunn.
Kiss me.
We're flashing forward 8 years. A lot's changed.
Yeah.
New York City looks very different, but granted, this is like the Hollywood version of New York City.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I always love that in credits where it's like the story clearly took place in New York, but then it's like Hollywood unit. Kind of reminds me of The Simpsons where the Rips are painting horses to look like cows. It's like, oh, they looks more like cows if you do this.
I watched a review of Who's That Girl, and from the review, I thought, hey, this probably not a good film. But
no apology necessary.
It looks like a lot's going on.
Oh, a lot is going on.
Yeah, so
it's insanity.
How bad can it be?
No apology necessary. I'm glad I saw it just for posterity. But same friend, when I was watching the movie, it's like, oh, you're gonna hate this shit. But watching it, I had eaten some like leftover hot dogs the previous night, and so when I woke up, I was I was like nauseated, like just a little bit. Like I was uncomfortable, we'll say. And watching all that erratic car driving and that accent, like, oh, I was just getting car sick watching it.
Is that a Philadelphia accent?
Hey! You know what I think, Trot? I think that you want to stay with me.
I mean, is that how they talk there?
I have no idea. I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Yeah. I'm an ex-convict and he's with me.
Shut up.
He killed 2 people, a pimp and a fat man, and he did most of the work.
Yeah, I killed him. What? Stop.
He's the father of my child, but he doesn't want to admit it because he's a lawyer.
She really chewed the scenery in that one.
Yeah, she did with her gap teeth. Watching it, I'm like, oh, this is so bad, but like, I can't stop thinking about that movie. I consider that the measure of a good movie. if I come out of it and I can't stop thinking about it, like I've watched certain movies like Cronenberg's recent Crimes of the Future. Like I hated it. But when I got out of it, I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
So Cronenberg's still doing stuff?
I guess, yeah, his son's doing stuff too. But also Zone of Interest, a very understated Holocaust film. It was a fine movie. It just wasn't very exciting or action rich. But I got out of it and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And the same is happening with Who's That Girl?
It's the Urbach-Wiethe disease.
Yeah.
That is a rare disorder where you can't experience fear.
Yes, and that was a fearless movie.
Would it have helped it if they did frame it that way? Like, she has this disorder where she just constantly put herself in dangerous situations. And
again, I was sure it was like some 80s coke-fueled nonsense. It's definitely a tasty bit of trivia. It explains a lot. Because that movie was absolute bananas, like just warped as fuck. Since you've relayed that to me, I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, was it the Wikipedia entry said the lady who had it, the documented study, it said that she had a lack of sense of personal space and experiences virtually no discomfort standing extremely close to strangers, even nose to nose with direct eye contact. And then, yeah, she was a victim of numerous acts of crime, including one with a knife. I wanted to just tap out. It was like a third of the way through when she was driving and she was going to beat the train.
There it is. Oh my God. Megan! I'll accept anything but a tie.
That was like 10 minutes in. I agree.
I thought it was about 30 minutes into it.
That movie was a drag. That movie was a drag. It was.
It seemed like it was 30 minutes in. But
trust me. It's funny. You texted me.
Yeah.
You're like, I am so sorry. That movie, like, I had just finished it too. And I was like, bro. Again, the whole movie made me car sick.
So he let her drive the car. There's no way as a human she would have lived a month driving like that, if not a year.
Yes.
I mean, how old was she? No one's ever driven that crazy before in the history of humanity. Right. Death wish, right. So then they go into the Sam Goodies so she can steal cassette tapes and she frame it on some innocent
Mexican guy.
Get out of here. There's nothing here I want.
What is this?
Beethoven on. Give me a break.
Go work, pal. Lock him up and throw away the keys.
Thanks, ma'am. I knew you were up to no good.
Right, yes.
It's literally, I love that scene because he's like, got you.
I got you.
Oh, no, I swear, I didn't think nothing. What are you doing, man?
Remember the security guard standing right there? The alarms go off. It was almost like something out of Mortal Kombat. Get over here. He was like, got you.
I got you.
Then they go back out the parking lot and she's like, can I drive again? He's like, well, no trick.
No way.
Can I drive?
No, absolutely not. All right. Maybe. All right.
He said no tricks, and then she says, she's like, trick.
But no tricks.
No tricks.
You promise?
I promise. I promise. No tricks. Hey, Loudon. Guess what?
What?
Trick!
His motivations, when he goes to the rich guy's house to deliver the Puma, then suddenly when he sees her dressed a little differently, a little bit more like Marilyn Monroe, then suddenly he's in love with her.
It was like a Pretty Woman component.
This was before Pretty Woman.
I don't know which came out first. It's like, oh, she cleans up all right.
For one scene, and then he's in love now.
Let's come back to the brain injury component. I think that explains the entirety of that movie. Like every scene, I'm like, first of all, the erratic driving, brain injury. The guy is clearly uptight and to the T on his schedule, and just all of a sudden, he's thrust into chaos. Thrust into chaos, and it's like sort of implicit in the movie trope sense that, oh, this guy's uptight, he needs to lighten up, but his life just descends into chaos immediately. And he's okay with it, and like all parties involved are okay with it, and people are getting kidnapped and no one cares. It's like insanity.
And the cops are following them, but not doing anything about it. They're not making any arrests, or they're just letting people kill each other.
Then there's Buck.
Buck. Who's Buck?
The
Who
beefcake
the fuck is
UPS driver. Buck, the like beefy guy that's just there.
Is it possible for you to be any dumber?
I don't see how.
Pulls out in front of 6 bike cops and they all spill. Like, it's just insanity. Again, the movie was awful in the moment, but I can't stop thinking about it.
You've heard the manic pixie dream girl trope?
No.
There are several movies like Kristen Dunst and is it Orlando Bloom or something? Elizabethtown. Have you seen that one?
I don't know. Never seen it.
Okay.
No.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
She's kind of a manic pixie dream girl.
I mean, I get what you're laying down.
Yeah,
yes.
there are other. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other examples. So the idea is you're a guy and you're depressed, and you have icy cold girlfriend. Suddenly you meet this new girl who's like totally whimsical and like Amelie.
Yeah, I was thinking Amelie. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll brighten up your life and make it random and help you loosen up.
It's a little spontaneity in your life.
But this was just manic.
Dangerous.
Yes.
Like by the end of the movie, when they're doing that graduate exit, I'm like, do you really want to live with that person? The thievery and the driving, those two things, that person is not long for that world. It reminded me of the real hang-up I have with Goonies when Chunk is talking to Sloth and he's like, you're going to live with me now. I'm like, do you really want that? He's going to tear the wires out of the walls.
Hey, Mom. I got a new pet.
That woman, in the span of 24 hours, risked your life literally around every turn. And that compulsive thievery, how do you straighten that out?
But this is like a cartoon, right?
Oh, and incidentally, I love the opening animation. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was promising. But is this whole movie like a cartoon?
Arguably. I think so. I think it must be treated as such because really they were absolutely characters. So I would say that's accurate. When the bridesmaids are kidnapped and no one cares, and their like legs are sticking out of the windows in the sunroof for like however long they were in the car.
No, they're in that limo for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right. Because those are they Puerto Rican or whatever, mobsters
the
or something.
And the pimp and the fat man or whatever.
Let's tie these girls up, and they're not really even like that really tied up. And then we're just going to keep them in the back of the limo and drive around with them, and then
flailing and shrieking for 24 hours. And no one cared. Like, that's the funny part, is like they were kidnapped from that huge wedding, but no one cared.
And how did the limo, they fished it out of the Hudson very quickly, and the guys were wet and covered with seaweed.
Spitting out fish. He waited till he got to the top of the apartment building to spit fish out. So, yes, it is very cartoon. That's a cartoon mindset.
When can a movie be, like, let's say Naked Gun? It's a farce, right?
Yeah.
So when can it be like a farce, and when can it be like it has to take itself seriously to be believable?
That's an interesting question, actually. Yeah, Naked Gun, it's definitely based on schlocky kind of crime drama and exhibits all the tropes and language of that genre. But it's still, I would say, considerably more grounded in reality. That's a very good point, actually. Yes, Who's That Girl is effectively a live-action cartoon.
But then you have like a Mad World, films like that are, I didn't know this until I looked it up on Wikipedia. This is screwball is the genre for this film.
Screwball, officially.
Right.
I mean, I've heard
Yeah.
screwball comedies. I didn't realize it was like an actually designated genre.
But again, it's like, are there other screwball comedies that are this absurd, or are they rooted enough in reality? I think that's kind of what makes it funny, though, is if you can imagine it happening in the real world.
This is a very good point to bring up. Even though I can't stop thinking about the movie, I could not enjoy it really. But I think to enjoy it, you've just got to let go completely. I guess it's no crazier than like Billy Madison or something. I mean, Billy Madison's probably a better movie.
Of course,
but the way things happen in supposed real life is, yes, very cartoonish, very
Or Happy Gilmore. So I was also thinking about Seinfeld, which also takes place in New York City.
Yeah.
It's a huge ass city, you know, it's like millions and millions of people. And in Seinfeld, it used to get me, they would each have their 4 stories. And then at the end, they would all meet up.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I was just walking and I saw, you know who I saw when I was walking along past Central Park? It was Mr. So-and-so again. We keep running to each other. You know, you have to suspend your belief somewhat.
Yeah, maybe that's the charm of that scope. Huge world, small world. Finding your place in the little circular microcosm. Who's that girl? I mean, there's just like little nods. Cinematically, it is a little homage in certain respects. Like when she goes to buy the gun, aesthetically, it was straight out of Taxi Driver. And the gun seller was acting just like the Taxi Driver gun seller. And for whatever reason, he looked like Jack Nance from Eraserhead. And his like manic energy.
27 ounces fits in your pocketbook, light and deadly. A favorite with the ladies.
Very nice.
You have a popular 44 Magnum, chrome finish, effective but common. To feel more serious self-defense, you got your AK-47 Soviet assault rifle.
I like how he shot up his own apartment. That was funny.
Old idiots with me.
You set me up, punk!
Get real.
The Puma element was pretty funny, especially since it was like constantly eating garbage. Like she's feeding it chicken nuggets.
Loudon, why do you think they call these things McNuggets?
I don't know, Nikki. One of life's greatest unsolved mysteries.
Murray sure likes them. Yeah. Try some sweet sour sauce, honey.
The movie itself felt a lot like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You know, the odd couple road trip element and the car getting wrecked.
But it was all in New York City, though. So, like, maybe Manhattan. I don't think they went there. Oh, no, wait, they went to Harlem. So that was a little detour, but...
I mean, honestly, the movies are comparable because Steve Martin's characters, he was like uptight and
straight man.
He learned how to loosen up with like a walking accident.
There's another trope called the Baxter, which in the rom-com, he's always the square guy who gets left at the altar, like the runaway bride. So I was thinking, like, he's kind of like a Baxter character. But really, his fiance was, because she was the one who got left at the altar.
That's an interesting question, because throughout the movie, there was that beautifully recurring joke.
I'm marrying Wendy Worthington.
You? Nah. Huh? You married Wendy Worthington? I can't see it. You're not her type.
You know Wendy?
Sure, Wendy from Scarsdale. I had her in the cab once.
Well, just because you happen to have given her a ride doesn't mean you know her type.
I didn't say I gave her a ride. I said I had her in the cab.
Yeah, right. But was there a payoff, though? They didn't really explain it
over and over.
Yes.
Well, it was implicit that she was like secretly a slut.
Yeah.
And he was just getting short end of the stick, so to speak. No pun intended.
But it wasn't.
I don't think she was the Baxter. I think she was just the cold, rich girl wanted to beat on corporate shill or whatever. Again, I cannot stop thinking about this movie because there's all this strange material, like the fencing theme that's pervasive. All the knife play. Furthermore, like there's lots of knives in that movie.
I liked the action scene when they were in the carport because he talked about being good at fencing.
You know, I fence. I started fencing when I was in prep school. My father never approved, though he didn't think it was very manly.
fence, huh? I knew you had it in you.
Yeah, I won the state intercollegiate, but my father never came to see me.
Yeah, why would your father want to watch you turn over stolen goods?
And then there was the payoff with the antenna.
Got the antenna out and the switchblade.
I like that, but then they did fencing again the second. So I thought they shouldn't have done it the second time. I thought it was good for like maybe one payoff.
Again, somehow it all kind of worked.
It did.
In a strange way. Again, I did not enjoy watching that movie, but it all sort of came full circle. The cardboard antenna scene was one thing, and then there was like the final showdown at the wedding, and it just sort of worked because, like, when you first meet what's his face, he's like on the phone. Yeah, Loudon. He's on the phone and he's toying with his dinky little fencing trophy. But then you see Daddy's like collection of trophies, and it's sort of a David and Goliath scenario.
It started off okay. You had the cartoon, you had the setup, her getting out of prison, the prenup, probably the one part where I laughed.
Well, here we are, son. Just sign there.
Yeah, that really thick prenup with the sex positions all crossed out.
What are these? Oh, just a few do's and don'ts. You don't have to read it, son.
That was very funny, yeah.
Granted, I mean, if she was a slut, would she do that? Or maybe that's her father wanted to, that was his doing, but maybe I'm just overthinking it. It was a good gag.
No. It's very intriguing, actually. The whole movie, it's implicit that she's a slut.
You'll take care of me, won't you, Bucky?
Of course I will. I'm very muscular.
But there's all these restrictions, and I think it just like further validates his choice to choose the crazy girl over the rich daughter. Like, what's he doing it for? It almost reminds me of, what was that Jack Lemmon movie, The Apartment?
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, where he's like putting up with all this shit just to get ahead, but he reaches a point where he realizes it's not worth it.
Is Shirley MacLaine, I don't know if she's like the manic pixie dream girl, really.
Comparably, I suppose at the time.
Right. She was kind of quirky, and that was back when there was more of a shared culture, so you could reference other movies in your film, and then people would get and pick up on it.
Yeah. Sort of circles back to what you were saying about it being a cartoon, because as you, I'm sure, are aware, so much content from cartoon are references to other things.
Yeah, they'll throw in the one lines from Casablanca or something.
It's like, Casablanca, Orson Welles,
Terminator
all that,
or something. Yeah, this audio is pretty bad, by the way.
Sorry, Jonathan.
You're ruining the podcast, man.
Since I refuse to pay for internet at my apartment, this is what I get.
You over here talking shit?
Who's talking shit?
You?
I'm not talking shit. I can. Anyway,
we're talking to audiences of thousands of people.
Right, thousands of people. All right, is this any better?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Fuck. We're just gonna have to make do.
Okay.
The whole like penthouse wildlife sanctuary was interesting. It was sort of
with the jungle girl. Yeah.
Yes, it reminded me of like being John Malkovich or something. It's like this strange, timeless rich person. But yeah, the jungle girl, that was something else. But do you think she was like an actual jungle girl, or was she just playing the part of a jungle girl? She didn't say anything.
I mean, the more rational explanation would be that she is playing the part, but it was a menagerie of endangered species from darkest Africa.
Supposedly, they're kangaroos, which I know are not endangered.
But maybe it's a rare breed of kangaroos. Say, these are rare breeds of leopards.
That was another curious element, because they kept giving the scientific name, which I don't think I wrote down.
Patagonia felis concolor.
But there was that running joke that it was a tiger.
Oh, honey, it's little Tabby.
It looks like a tiger.
So many people were calling it a tiger erroneously.
Oh, no, it's not a tiger. Hi, Tabby.
And again, that's another element, just like Buck, that I can't stop thinking about. as insane as that movie was, it has a certain sort of elegant composition to it. Yeah, I do love how they were feeding those that human garbage the whole time.
But you said they're feeding garbage. You said chicken nuggets and hot dogs. I mean, we eat nuggets and hot dogs, so aren't we eating garbage?
Sure, but it's like there's only 4 in the world, and it's like eating garbage and lost in the city. And I guess as testament to the redeeming qualities of Madonna's character, her affinity for the cat. It's like, don't worry about the cat. She's got the cat.
She has her ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see her going to Vegas and being like Sigrid Roy. Instead of just like, hey, let's go to Philly and start a animal shelter or whatever.
So I figured we can open up, like you said, an animal hospital or something. We could call it the Crisis Center. That sound good? And I could take care of the animals, and you could count the money, add up the figures.
Instead of be like, hey, let's start a show at Vegas. That would be a more fitting conclusion, Actually, they could even have the scene there on stage with Murray and his doing tricks and stuff. Loudon, has the whip.
Yeah. His fencing skills will translate.
There you go. Yeah, he does sword swallowing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if you can use a sword, you can use a whip.
It becomes a showman.
What about the private investigators? That slow reveal that they're a couple? That was hilarious.
Well, I mean, okay, so I thought that the clean-shaven guy, I thought he was a gay trope.
I love when he's talking about the salad he ordered for him.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
Oh, I got the cold quail with pesto and cubed goat cheese. It's marinated in a little olive oil and thyme. And, I picked up the wide rice with the French morel mushrooms on a bed of radicchio lettuce. There's a little Dijon dressing on the side. I got that for you.
So I thought it was like the other guy was straight, and he was like, oh, damn it. My gay partner, work partner, is fucking annoying. That was actually a pretty good payoff in a way. I mean, as awkward as it was.
Bro, it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, the guy with the mustache, was he suddenly he came around to, I don't know.
I mean, it was kind of funny. Me Brokeback Mountain vibes, actually.
Yeah. But then the guy on the roof was like, ooh, that was the icing he just can't tolerate. He's tied to the roof of a car. But what sets him off is seeing these two guys kiss,
Yep, yep. When I thought this day couldn't get any worse.
Get into the groove. I got the moves, baby. You got the motion. If we got together, we'd be causing a commotion. I got the moves, baby. You got the motion. If we got together, we'd be causing a commotion.
So it was interesting too how the Who's That Girl tour, Madonna, she went on a tour. I don't know if it was really to promote the movie or to promote the soundtrack. He had 3 songs on the soundtrack. It was huge. And the soundtrack sold a lot. So it's kind of, you get a against all odds situation where the song was way more popular than the movie. Buying the soundtrack to the movie without actually watching the movie, a lot of people did that.
There's further interesting questions. That was fledgling MTV days when, as I understand it, videos, you could just do whatever. They were just backdrops for the music. But I've seen plenty of movies like that. There was some Alice Cooper movie we watched at Vizart back in the day that was just absolutely throwaway movie, but it was just a vehicle for his upcoming album. I guess at that point in time with the limited media availability, people didn't care,
I wonder what film
let's
that was.
go hear the Madonna song. It was some Italian werewolf movie or some shit.
Monster Dog is a Spanish horror film from 1984 directed by Claudio Fragasso, who also directed Troll 2.
It sounds good.
Is he human? Or is he master of the dogs? The terror of your worst nightmare is about to be unleashed. Monster Dog.
It was absolutely throwaway, but clearly it was just a way for him to sell his album, and perhaps that's what Madonna did to a large degree.
Well, the director, James Foley, that's how he got the gig, was because he directed Madonna's videos for her 86 album, True Blue.
Bro, that was incidentally the first tape I ever owned was True Blue. My brother sold it to me. Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I secretly loved it. I didn't want to fully admit to it, but I loved it.
Live to Tell, that's a good one.
Live to Tell is a banger. I remember back in the day, I had a friend, I was a devout David Bowie acolyte, but she made a point that Madonna is considerably a lot like David Bowie. Like she's gone through phases and tried different things, and
Knew how to play the media.
she was perceptive, I would say, very perceptive. Still is, I guess.
I don't know.
How old is she? And she's still relevant.
She's only relevant now because she used to be relevant. She's just living off the fumes. Yeah, and I mean, she looks horrible with her loads of plastic surgery. I mean, she looks really.
I think that's part of it. That's part of it.
That's shocking in itself, right there.
I don't know how to. I was gonna say there's like almost a shocking sheet out right now. It's like people getting this heinous plastic surgery, and it gives them enough attention anyway.
Can't stop thinking about you, babe. Can't stop screaming and shouting your name. Can't stop.
Again, this is probably the 10th time I've said it, but I was physically ill watching that movie. The driving alone, combined with her accent, made it very hard to watch. But I can't stop thinking about it.
It's Madonna. You just can't stop thinking about Madonna. That's the effect that she has.
Who's that girl? What a perfect title. What would I rate the movie? Probably 7 out of 10 for what it's worth.
Wow.
Watching it, it was like a 4. But something that like sticks in my mind as such, it's just so off the rails from the beginning. If nothing else, it's consistent.
It is. It's consistent in its inconsistency.
Yes, exactly.
Consistent in its inconsistency.
It is consistently chaotic. I mean, I don't know if I'll watch it again, but I certainly don't regret it. Can't believe it's Pretty Woman, though.
Pretty Woman came out in 1990.
I wonder how much it was a actual precursor.
Maybe it was just something in the zeitgeist.
I was going to say, maybe it's something like
Culture,
you were saying, it's the whimsical pixie girl or whatever. It's a formula.
I know that you're afraid that I might conceal your heart away in the night.
I knew the movie's bad, but it's become a curse. It's haunting you.
Yeah. It is, and curse is the key word.
I can't sleep until I make
like
peace.
Recursive, as in I recourse, like I review it.
So we need to watch it again and then further discuss.
If you want, bro.
I'm joking. I'm not. No,
I
really
will do
don't
it.
want to.
I've watched Garbage Pail Kids like 10
I'm not a
times.
masochist. No. Before he further obsesses, I'm cutting it off. But in a few weeks, I'll post part 2 of our cinematic convo, which covers a third Madonna film, one that actually made something at the box office. And after that, I'll be back for episode 20 of our regular music podcast. But I hope you enjoyed this 80 of the 80s bonus cast. You can download more episodes and check out the show notes at 80ofthe80s.com. And there I will also provide links so that you too can enjoy both of today's fine films, which are free on YouTube. And last I checked, Who's That Girl is also on Tubi. You can also listen to our show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you stream your favorite podcasts. Reach out and touch Faith with an email at 80ofthe80s@gmail.com. And we want to be your Facebook friend. Until the next movie, this is DJ CK1 thanking you for your power play.
I can't stop thinking about that movie. Can't stop. I can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop. Can't stop. stop. Cannot stop thinking about this movie. Can't stop. Can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop. Can't stop thinking about it. Can't stop. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. Can't stop.